Hello, it's Sunday. It's Sunday, it's chaotic. I'm sitting down to eat lunch. I haven't started reading or anything like that. Just been taking care of some Sunday shit. If you hear lots of chaos, it's because my dog has a cone on her head. They gave us some trazodone for her, but it's like it doesn't even have an effect anymore. She doesn't care. She doesn't care that she's on drugs. She's just bumping into shit. But she can't like be out in the house because she's still too crazy. So she's cooped up in the kitchen. I don't know. It's just terrible. It's terrible. I can't wait till she gets her sutures out. And we don't have to deal with it anymore. I'm here. She's so fucking stupid also. She just doesn't even know how stupid she is. I'm here with 4 books that I picked out for the readathon. I think probably today I'm going to start with Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson. This is the one I'm really excited about all of them, but this is the one I think I'm most excited for. This one's really short too. And I think if I start with it, like something really short, it'll just like be a nice send-off into everything else. You know what I mean? So, also I did notice that one of the libraries that I have a library card for has an audiobook for My Absolute Darling. So I'm probably definitely going to do a little audio and ready mix to help myself get that done, because unfortunately I can't take the week off of all my responsibilities and read. It's Sunday. It's 12:30. I probably won't check in again today because I have stuff I need to do, and you know, I'm not great at vlogging. I'm not one of those persons who just like takes the camera everywhere and is like, look at me, here's my entire life and stuff like that. I'm not gonna like take it out in public with me and shit. Like, that's just not me. But here's my lunch. It's pretty good for like healthy gross food. It's just shredded chicken and broccoli and brown rice, Japanese barbecue sauce, and some chili crisp because I need some flavor in there. A lot of chili crisp actually. It's delicious. Okay, I need to eat. This dog is bothering me so much. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow. I'll let you know how much I've read and what the book's about and how I like it. I hope you have a really great day. It's a Super Bowl day, so congratulations or condolences, however you feel when this is all done. Feet ball, goodbye. Oh. Hello. I'm R.L. Stein. Hey, so it's Monday. It's the 12th. Hello, welcome back. How are you doing? I've started Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson. I read a little bit yesterday. I got to page 70, which isn't quite as much as I would have liked to have read, mostly because I am really, really liking this. I have high hopes for where this might go, and I'm really enjoying this writing and this sense of dread that I'm kind of seeing in this writing, I guess. So far this is about this woman named Ro who is kind of trying to survive after a breakup. She's always considered herself straight, but she meets this woman named Ash at a farmer's market, And Ash is like really enigmatic, and there's just something about her that Ro can't, like, she just can't get her out of her mind, and it has her questioning a lot of things about her life. Where I'm at in the story, it's gone a little bit further than just talking at the farmer's market, but Ash is kind of mysterious, and that, yeah, that's really it so far. I'm really digging this so far. I just finished up the audiobook I was listening to. So like I said yesterday, I have a audiobook from my library of My Absolute Darling by Gabriel Tallent. So I'm probably, or I have it, I have a copy on loan from my library. So I'm probably going to start that today at some point. I don't have quite as much time as I used to just have the reading time. And what I'm finding now is when I do have time to sit down and read, it's like so broken up. It's so hard to like sit and be involved in something when every 5 minutes, like, I have to fucking get up and do some shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's so hard. So, anyway. That's it for this book portion. I do have some mail that I'd like to share with you. I do have my Nightworms package for the month also, and the mail came with some nail polish I'm really excited about. So I don't know if any of you care about this, but for you nail polish wearers out there, you might have seen on my Instagram, I was talking about this the other day, but there's this company, I've been seeing their nail polish online for a while. They're called Mooncat. And they're one of those like kind of boutique brands online, and it's a little more expensive than even brands like OPI or like Essie that cost a little more, but you can buy them in the store. But I tried some out. I splurged a little bit a couple weeks ago. I bought a couple bottles and I am so impressed. So I bought 2 more bottles, and also their top coat, their Speed Demon top coat, because that is a must-have for me. I need like a fast dry top coat because I don't have time to be like babying my nails, you know what I mean? So I bought one. There's like this Nightmare Before Christmas one called Pumpkin King that's like black with like rainbow glittery. Let me see if I can get a good shot of it. So they've got these nice wide brushes. I like their brush handles too. Makes it easy to hold on to. And I bought this one full scream ahead. That's like, I don't know, like silvery, bluey, greeny, iridescent. That's really pretty as well. So just for any of you nail polish people out there, it's a company owned by a woman who is, I believe she is like AAPI, so a minority, and it's beautiful, like super, like, oh my god, the way this nail polish lasted on my hands, it's so crazy. I've literally never had this shit happen to me before. Like, it was a whole week plus that this nail polish lasted on my fingers without chipping. I could talk about it. I could talk about it forever. I was so stoked about it. So I just wanted to share that because I'm excited about it, and I think it's important to talk about small businesses, especially when their products are so fucking stellar. So that's Mooncat. I fucking love their nail polish. I think it's worth the expense when you consider the fucking beautiful colors and the wear that you get out of it, and the fact that I had to stop using like, I have like so many other nail polishes, like I was saying, OPI and Essie, that were like ruining my nails for some reason, like making them flaky and terrible and like weak for some reason. I don't know why. I had to stop using them, which is why I bought Mooncat initially, because I was like, something, I have to like change something here. So anyways, that's enough nail polish talk. Let's open up my Networms package. Here it is. Okay, so I can smell some coffee in it already. Theme for the month is human contact. I don't remember what the books are. Surprise, surprise. There's just so much information bouncing around in here, you know what I mean? Okay, so there are 2 paperbacks in here. Oh wait, okay, I do remember this. Wow, this is bigger than I imagined it would be. Not that it's massive, but I kind of expected this to be a novella for some reason. Okay, so first book here, I'm really excited about. This is All the Fiends of Hell by Adam L.G. Neville. I kind of thought that this would be a novella. Maybe just because the last Adam Neville book I read was a novella. And the cover is kind of similar. Not that that's a bad thing or anything. It's just what my brain was expecting. So I'm going to read you the synopsis. Okay, so this sounds really good. It says, the Red Knight of Bells heralds global catastrophe, annihilation on a biblical scale. Seeing the morning is no blessing. The handful of scattered survivors are confronted by blood-red skies and an infestation of predatory horrors that never originated on Earth. An occupying force intent on erasing the remnants of animal life on the planet. Across the deserted landscapes of England, bereft of infrastructure and society, the overlooked can either hide or try to run the infernal hunting terrors. Until a rumor emerges claiming that the sea may offer an escape. Ordinary, unexceptional, a directionless Carl is one of the few who made it through the first night. In the company of 2 orphans, he flees south, but only into horrifying revelations and greater peril, where a transformed world and expanding race of ravening creatures await. Driven to the end of the country and himself, he must overcome alien and human malevolence and act in ways that were unthinkable mere days before. All the Fiends of Hell is a novel of alien horror from the 4 times winner of the August Derleth Award for Best Horror Novel. I'm getting like sort of Revelations vibes from this, but also like it straight up says alien horror, which I'm into. So maybe it might be like a blending of those 2 things, which I'm super down with. So I guess we'll see, right? The next book included is The Bedmakers by Chad Lutsky and John Bowden. This synopsis is kind of vague, so I really don't know what to expect out of this, but let me read you the synopsis here. After 2 elderly men tire of their homelessness in downtown Chicago, 1979, they hop a train in search of work out west. But before their last stop, a traumatic event in an empty train car steers their once hopeful journey into a path of chaos filled with deceit, murder, grave robbing, and dormant secrets. That's it. That's all you get to know. Okay, so let's look at this coffee. Okay, ooh, cute. This is Cinnabon by Bones Coffee. Cinnamon bun, sounds delicious. And for the goodie bag here, oh my god, this magnet is so cute. We've got this adorable magnet. It has an alien who is beaming up 2 cows who are looking lovingly at each other. Oh my god, that is so fucking cute. Then we've got a sticker with an octopus on top of a globe. It's holding up a sign that says try it, and then it says I read books and mind my own business. Try it. That's kind of funny. It's got a signed book plate. It looks like Adam Neville. Okay, yeah, because it's got the press virtual limited. That's kind of cool. And then the bookmark for the month, human contact. Okay, so just to go through this again. All the Fiends of Hell by Adam Neville, Bedmakers by Chad Lutsky and John Bowden, Bookish Vibes sticker, Love Invasion magnet, bookmark, Cinnabon coffee. All right, so that is human contact. I'm hoping to finish this tonight and knock it out. I really, like, it's not a very long novella, and I do have some homework I should get to, but we'll see. I don't have class tomorrow. I don't have in-person class tomorrow. I can put off my online class stuff. I don't know, we'll see. I might have to do some rearranging of my schedule, but I don't know. Hopefully I can also start, I will most likely be able to start My Absolute Darling and fill you in on how that is. Otherwise, that's it for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. Hello. It's Tuesday afternoon. I finished. Boom. It didn't take me very long at all. I only had exactly actually 50 pages left, just like I thought I did. And boy, this was a wild ride. I think you really kind of know where this is going for the most part, but the very end still managed to surprise me. And I think it's one of those books where even though you know what the intentions are, it's like being along on the journey is so interesting, you know what I mean? So I really liked this one a lot, and I'm really happy that I picked this up. I think that this is going to be one of my favorites for the month for sure. It was very good, and neither of the characters are like particularly likable. They kind of clash together. They're very different from each other. It was a good read. I really liked this. The end is very troubling. So I just wanted to tell you about that a little bit. And so I've listened to quite a bit of the audiobook of My Absolutely Darling now. I am almost 300 pages into it. This is on the thicker side. And boy, let me tell you, this is a book that is making me feel really bad. It's making me feel really bad. The dad in this is just really terrible. He's really terrible. And it's really a tough read. It's tougher than I was expecting, because I think I knew that when I picked it up, when I bought this. Thinking back on it, I think I knew that. I don't know if I knew the extent of it. And the way it's written about is hard. I just like want to go into this book and save this character, you know what I mean? It's making me really want to, it's like at the same time it's like repulsive and I don't want to be near it, but at the same time I want to rescue this little girl turtle. I mean, she's not really little, she is. She's not a baby, but she's, you know, she's only 14, 15 years old, so she's little. And it's like I want to rescue her, and I want to continue reading the book to make sure that she's safe. You know what I mean? Oh God, I really hope that there is an okay outcome in this. So I've been listening to the audiobook while I've done some stuff around the house today. Right now I don't have time to read. I have to get some homework done. Hopefully I'll be able to do it all right now in the next couple of hours before like the last leg of my momming, I guess, takes place, where I pick my kid up from school and we do homework and dinner stuff. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be the rest of my evening. Hopefully I will get some reading in before bed. I've also been crocheting a blanket, so that's kind of time sensitive because it's for my neighbor. I don't think it will take me, I'll get it done before then, but my neighbor is having a baby. This is their 4th baby, which is fucking crazy to me, but they're not finding out the gender. They're waiting. They have three babies, 3 girls. They're not babies anymore. So that's another crazy thing, is like they're all in school now and they're like deciding to do this all over again. Like, wow, you guys are wild. So I'm crocheting a blanket for this new baby, and I want it to be done in time for this baby to arrive. So that's been that's taken up some of my like reading time, you know what I mean? But also audiobooks are so great for that. I've actually utilized audiobooks while I've been crocheting this month, which is really nice. Anyways, that's my check-in for right now. I will probably talk to you tomorrow, which is Valentine's Day. Hey again, friends. It's Wednesday. Happy Valentine's Day. Or not, I don't know. I mean, people get mixed about it, which is fine. So happy if you celebrate it. Just another day for you if you don't. But let's see, to go through my things. Turn my phone off silent. Okay, so I realized looking back at some of the stuff that I filmed that, okay, so I just keep saying, I'm trying to train myself out of that, but also it's a little bit triggering for me because my dad used to do this thing where he would count the number of times I would say like or when I was a kid, and it really bothers me. So so like, what a fucking asshole. First of all, anyways, what am I, my god, my brain feels fried. First of all, let's just say I've done all my homework for the week in like the past 24 hours. So I'm all done with that, which is a really nice feeling. I don't have any more, I don't have physical class, in-person class at all until, oh my god, like, I don't even know, until like the 26th, I think, because Monday we don't have class, and then Wednesday Wednesday's like a makeup day for people who don't have their shit done, and I've got all my fucking shit done. I worked really hard I didn't have anything overdue anyways, because that's just not me, luckily. And luckily I just don't have any circumstances that don't allow me to get my things done on time, I guess I should say. Also, because some people, they just can't help that, I suppose. But fuck, I'm just, my brain is just a motor that won't stop. Now I need to break into relax mode. So I do have online class stuff next week, but like oh my god, I'm so excited to have a little bit of a break. So that's really exciting. Anyways, I was looking through some of my footage from yesterday, and I did film some stuff yesterday morning, and then I went back to watch it yesterday, and I realized my memory card has been kind of fucky lately. I've had it the same one since I bought my camera like 5 fucking years ago, so it's no wonder I do need to buy a new memory card. It's really, I shouldn't complain because it's worked for me for so long, but it was not recording for part of the time, I guess, which is weird. So if part of what I recorded doesn't make sense, that's why, because I don't even know if I'm going to post what I recorded in the morning part, because I just can't go in halfway and know even what I'm talking about. So I'll probably post I will end up posting what I recorded in the afternoon. Anyway, I'm kind of chilly and this blanket's really cozy. These $10 fucking throw blankets from Target are so great for $10. Anyway, let's see, I finished my absolute darling. Oh god, you guys, this is one of those books I never want to read it again, ever. It's repulsive. Parts of it, characters in it are repulsive. I don't really know how I feel about the fact that, I don't know. It's really hard. The father is sexually abusing his daughter in it, and it's a really fucking hard book to read. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I can say about it. I was really hoping, I mean, there is like a good conclusion to it, but there's also this other character in it that I was hoping would come back into the picture, and they don't, and that kind of bothered me a little bit. It's like, oh, you couldn't give us just this one fucking piece of relief or closure, I guess. It just like kind of makes me feel sick being done with it. Even if the bad stuff isn't going to happen anymore, you know what I mean? It made me want to throw up. It made me feel very sick. In like made me feel sick in my stomach, and it made me feel sick in my heart. And it's really not, yeah, I mean, you really have to make sure that you're in an okay space when you read this book. And you want to look up content warnings if you're somebody who needs those, which is okay. And you gotta make sure that you're protecting yourself. And I mean, like, I'm not someone who needs content warnings for the most part. I mean, there are things that I avoid, of course, but yeah, and this still really kind of makes me feel bad, you know? So yeah, that's it's a book, and it was definitely I don't know, and like, I know, I'm trying to think back on whenever it was years ago that I bought this book. I don't think it was like years and years ago, but a year, 2 years ago when I bought this book, I heard about this book. I'm trying to remember, when did I hear about this book? I know that I remember hearing that it was a hard-hitting book, but I don't know if I knew about the abuse aspect. And the way that it's talked about in it, it kind of makes me feel a little bit uneasy. It's written by a man, and maybe, I mean, men can be victims of abuse too, and men can have family members who are victims of abuse, but it's like something about the way that it is. I think because the father in this is really misogynistic, and I think this part got cut out of the video I was filming yesterday morning, but I was talking about how the father's really misogynistic, and in this book, Turtle, the main character, it's like she talks to herself that way, and she doesn't realize that that's what it is. This misogyny and this internal, like, her internal critic, her internal voice is not even like, it's just everything she does. She's talking to herself that way. Like, you little bitch, you little, using language like that. Anything about a woman, like, she doesn't need women in her life. Women are weak. Maybe she wasn't such a weak little bitch, just like stuff like that. And so when the abuse happens, it's also kind of talked about in that, like, with that misogynistic tone. And so maybe that's why it's like, I'm not saying that that is the author's view about women, because obviously that's the way that the father sees things, and in turn that's the way Turtle sees things, because she's been raised by her father without a mother for most of her life. And but because of the abuse taking place with this view around it, it makes it really hard that, for me, that it was also written by a man, I think. And he could be just a totally normal, fine person who wrote a book that was probably very hard for him to write. I don't know. I don't know anything about him, obviously, but something about that is, I don't know. It was a hard book to read. It made my heart kind of sick, like I said. Happy Valentine's Day. What else am I doing today? Let me tell you, I have 2 books left to read for the readathon. His Black Tongue and Rootwork. 2 short and sweet things, hopefully not as soul crushing as my absolute darling. Just have to like self-soothe. Do this thing my therapist talks about called havening. It's like petting yourself until you feel better. Okay, well, what else? I wanted to show you guys some of my Valentine's-y bookmarks that I have. This one I pulled out, I noticed that it must have gotten bent, kind of, which is a little bit sad, but these are from A Stranger Dream. I have this one with some saucy conversation hearts. This one's from A Stranger Dream. It's just a heart. And this one's from A Stranger Dream. Just like a bouquet of flowers. I thought that was cute. And I had another one that this means that it's just in a fucking book somewhere, and I don't know if it's in a book I haven't read and I put it back on my shelf because like I was gonna read it and then I didn't, or if it's in a book that I did read, and that means that it's in like maybe 2,000 different fucking books. But I have this like Scream Valentine's bookmark, and if I'm missing one, that means that there could be more that I don't even know that I'm missing. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to check like every single book. I have a couple from Paperback Paradise that I thought were maybe Valentine's appropriate. This one says, "It's okay to make out with a book if you love it." And this one's one of my favorites. It says, "I only like books that have graphic skeleton sex scenes." Oh, hell yeah. This is what I'm talking about. It's so funny. And then my brother sent me this one in the mail the other day. Oh, it doesn't say where it's from. It's a picture of Jesus and it's like he's looking around the corner and it says, "Is that smut?" I've got a couple things I need to do today, but sorry I kicked you. Those are my plans today. I might crack into these books maybe for a little bit, but I don't really plan on getting a whole bunch of reading done because honestly my brain feels like I need to just do some really mindless stuff today. I read so much last night between finishing up My Absolute Darling and all that homework that I fucking finished up. Oh, my business, intro to business class is so boring. I was learning about different types of businesses, whether it's franchising or corporations, S corporations, C corporations, partnerships, sole proprietorships. It's just so boring. And it's all like and you could, and it's like, I'm only taking this because I have to get my degree. I'm not starting a fucking business. And honestly, I'm really glad that it's an online course because I have a feeling that if I was taking it in person, it would be one of those classes where like you'd have to make a fake business for class. Ugh, I'd want to die. Anyway, I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day. See you later. Hello again. It is creepy lighting, terrible lighting. Oh god. It's Saturday night. The end of the week kind of got away from me, but I did end up finishing just today actually the last 2 books that I was reading. Ugh, these are gonna fall, aren't they? Really need to like let my brain settle. I just read for a really long time, trying to finish up His Black Tongue by Mitchell Luthi. I ended up just reading the whole fucking thing because I figured if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it. And I kind of didn't want to put it back on my shelf like halfway read. And I also finished, I'd only read about 20 pages before today. So I ended up finishing Rootwork by Tracy Cross. So let me tell you a little bit about these. First, His Black Tongue, Mitchell Luthi. My cats are gonna be annoying because unfortunately they've never been fed in their lives, and so they'd really like to be fed. They're very sad and very hungry. They're starving. Like I said, they've never been fed, so very hungry, very starving. Very annoying. So this I picked up because I heard about this novella. This like medieval, plaguey, religious novella called His Black Tongue. And then when I bought it, I realized that the edition that I bought had these extra things. There's like a novella and another novella, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 stories at the end. And I gotta say, I don't know if I liked any of this. It was really a lot to read for not liking it, but I don't really know why I should have just put it down. And I fucking didn't, and I should have, but I didn't. His Black Tongue, the novella, was probably the most interesting story in this, but I felt like all of these, it's like they really could have gone like deeper and darker and grittier. They're all really surface level. I'm not sure I really dug the writing in general. They were all kind of like medieval-ish, like horror, dark fantasy. There's oh my god, I just keep saying it. His Black Tongue is like this priest and his ward, I guess, during plague times come to this village, and they're like, oh, how come this village is not bothered by the plague? That's strange. And they find out why. And then there's a story about like Arthurian knights, and there's another story that's like Vikings, and I don't know. So they're all kind of medieval-ish. There's another one that seems more modern, but it's not quite modern times, about these brothers who come to they're coming back from some sort of war, and I think they're in Denmark, but I'm not quite sure what war that is. And this story was kind of interesting. The village is not quite what it seems. None of them ended up being very interesting, unfortunately. And, you know, this is like 350 pages, and I just kept wondering, why am I still going? Why am I still going? I don't know. But I read the whole fucking thing. Why? I don't know why. I really wish that I would have liked this more. I really had high hopes for this, and then I can't really pinpoint exactly what it is, except for that, like, it just could have been more, and it wasn't. It was just really, really, really basic storytelling. And not to disparage the author or anything, because they put their work out there, and that's really cool. But it reminded me of something that I would have written when I was younger, you know, just not to disparage the author in any way or anything like that. It's just really service level kind of stuff. And then I read Rootwork by Tracy Cross, and I really didn't enjoy this that much either. This is about 3 sisters in the late 1800s in Louisiana. They are like kind of visiting their aunt, and like in the back it seems like they're like really staying with their aunt, but it's just like their aunt just like kind of lives a little ways away from them, like they can walk there kind of a thing, across the lake, across the river kind of a thing. And their aunt practices hoodoo. She does root work, And one of the sisters is really interested in that, and the other two are just kind of along for the ride. But it ends up that one of the other sisters really kind of finds that she maybe has a knack for it. But the real crux of the story is that there's the sheriff in town who is white. The sisters are black. And he is kind of a scuzzball. This kind of tragic event happens, and the sheriff turns a blind eye to it. The black folks in town are fed up with it and seek revenge. Right off the bat, I noticed that a lot of it is dialogue, and that's something I just find I don't love in stories, when it's like the author, instead of showing us what is happening in the story, it's almost like they're telling us what's happening. And I want to discover what's happening myself. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want somebody to tell me, oh, that dog is black. Like, I want to see, I want to see the description of the dog. I want to read the description of the dog. You know what I mean? And maybe that's just me being weird, but I think just the amount of dialogue kind of made it feel sloggy to get through. There was so much, so much dialogue, and really it felt like not much else. There was just a lot of dialogue in this, and the pacing felt kind of weird. The lulls in the story are very long, and then it's like bam, bam, bam with these, I don't know, you know, the parts that would be more exciting in the story, and then they're just like over very quickly, and that's it. So it felt very slow paced. This is really very character driven, I would say, especially with, you know, the amount of dialogue and everything. There aren't very many plot points or anything like that, and I don't know, this just wasn't my cup of tea. It definitely will work for other people, but this is just not it for me. Baron wanted to say hello again, but only because he wants some kibbles. Well, I just want to end with a quick thank you to everyone who has joined me this year and previous years. That's the reason this has been so much fun, right? It's not just me like yelling into the void about things. You know, to the people who have made TBR videos, post on Instagram, and to those of you who haven't, any amount of support is like just so appreciated, and fills my little heart with joy. It's really fucking nice, and I really appreciate it. So I guess that wraps us up. Hopefully I won't sit on this vlog for too long. I don't even know, did I even, I think I might have just scrapped all of last year's vlog because I let it sit for too long. I had a lot of shit going on last year, but I'm gonna try not to let this happen because I did spend a lot of time filming things. So anyway, hopefully I'm not just talking into the camera for no reason. So My Bloody Valentine Part 3. See you next year for Part 4. Goodbye!